Studying maternal factors during pregnancy has shown the importance of maternal programming, but does not tell us much about how health prior to conception affects offspring development. This is where studying paternal contributions come in. Due to not being directly involved in pregnancy itself, the effects of paternal health prior to conception can be isolated. Early theories about the role of sperm thought that they were just vehicles for genetic material to be carried to an egg in. But recent discoveries in epigenetics have shown that far more than just genetic material is passed on from fathers to offspring. The epigenome of a cell describes a series of molecules that surround the genome and alter gene expression. The epigenome of a cell is also altered by environmental factors. In sperm, epigenetic markers such as small RNA molecules are changed in obesity. These changes have been observed in humans, but have been more extensively studied in mice. Experiments in mice have shown that when a father is obese, his offspring tend to have an increased body weight and characteristics that increase their risk of obesity. The sperm RNA profiles of these obese mice were also altered. Injection of RNAs that were specifically altered in obesity into an embryo from non-obese parents changed their offspring characteristics such that they were also more susceptible to obesity. By connecting evidence about the effects of paternal environment on sperm epigenetic factors, and then the effects of these factors on offspring development, a clear pathway for how father's health can impact offspring health is formed. Observing the transfer of characteristics from father to son led to investigations about whether these characteristics could be further passed on to grand offspring. Back to obese mice. Grand offspring of obese mice also displayed some of the characteristics that would increase their susceptibility to obesity, even when their fathers had been fed a normal diet. What mediates the transfer of these characteristics to grand offspring has yet to be investigated. Conflicting evidence exists for whether the same epigenetic mechanisms that have been shown to mediate transmission from fathers to first-generation offspring mediate the same transmission from first generation to second generation. But this does not detract from the mounting evidence that the effects of paternal health can be passed on to grandchildren. So with all this evidence showing how different generations can influence offspring health, what does this actually mean? Well, understanding that staying healthy now is going to have repercussions for future generations should encourage us all to take more responsibility for our health now. Evidence that having obese parents and grandparents can increase a child's susceptibility to obesity means that the current high obesity rates could lead to an even further rise in obesity. Ensuring the health of parents prior to conception would decrease future generations' risk of disease. Intervention in obese father rats, such as altering diet and increasing exercise levels, have all been shown to reverse changes in the sperm epigenome, so there is definitely potential for effective treatments. Understanding of the importance of maternal health during pregnancy is already being used to inform policy, as our knowledge and understanding of how health and environmental factors program offspring health across multiple generations, trying to find and develop measures to ensure the future health of offspring should be an important aim of research.